Good day, class. So our topic for today is all about solving right triangles. So solve right triangles using the trigonometric ratios. So for today, solve natin yung missing sides and angles ng right triangle using the trigonometric ratios. Okay? So solving right triangles. So we're going to solve for given triangle JES wherein angle J measures 28 degrees, S is 90 degrees, and then side E is equal to 40. So, dito naman, ang gagamitin lang natin talaga is sine, cosine, and tangent. So, katawa lang tayo. And kailangan na natin dito yung inyong mga SciCat. Okay, first is angle E. So, to solve for angle E, actually, kung may given na dalawang angle measurements, okay, kasi diba, the sum of the interior angles of any triangle is equal to 180. So, lagi naman 180 yung sum ng tatlong interior angles ng triangle. So, then, since laging right triangle naman tayo, so may 90 na lagi. So, yung ibig sabihin, dalawang missing, 90 yung sum nila. Tama? So, sa madaling paraan ng pag-solve nito, kapag meron pang isang given na angle, minus mo lang yan sa 90. So, 90 minus 28 ka lang. So, 90 minus 28, 62 degrees. Ibig sabihin, angle E is equal to 62 degrees. Okay? Next, side S. So, where is side S? So, di ba again, yung mga capital letters, ayun yung angle. And then, yung katapat nila will be, yung name dun ng katapat nila, same lang. If this is angle E o yung katapat niya side E, pero small letter ang ginagamit. So if this is angle S, yung katapat niya will be side S, pero small letter. So if this is angle J, katapat niya will be side J. Okay? So una, solve natin yung side S. Okay? Now, in solving for the missing angle and sides, ang gagawin lang natin, again, apply the trigonometric ratios. But this time, ang una natin kailangan ay meron tayong reference angle, may theta. So basically dito, ang gawin nyo na lang theta kung ano yung may given. So since given yung measurement ni angle J, ito yung theta natin. This will be our reference angle. So kapag may reference na tayo, identify muna natin yung mga parts. So side S, hypotenuse. Reference natin si J, So, ibig sabihin, si side E will be the adjacent, and then, this one is the opposite. Okay? So, to solve for side S, kailangan meron tayong gagamitin na trigonometric ratio. So, paano natin na-identify yon? So, since this is our reference angle, meron na tayong reference. Kailangan natin ng ratio. Yung ratio kasi, yung dalawang sides yon. So, ano yung pipiliin natin doon? Okay? So, yung una, yung may given na. Ano ba yung may given? That is the adjacent, si E, which is adjacent. Ibig sabihin, may adjacent tayo na gagamitin. Okay? And then, ano ba yung hinahanap natin? Side S. This is side S. Anong part siya? Hypotenuse. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, adjacent tsaka hypotenuse, yung mga sides na gagamitin natin. Ngayon, ano ba yung ratio na merong adjacent at hypotenuse? That is ka. So, cosine. So, meaning, we're going to use cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Then, let's solve cosine theta. That is the angle, di ba? Ano ba yung reference na angle? Reference angle na ginamit natin, 28. So, magiging cosine 28 is equal to, plug in the values, adjacent, measurement is 40, over sa hypotenuse ba? Meron wala. Kasi S pa lang yon si side S. Pwede mong any variable naman. Pwedeng S yung mismong hinahanap na side or X. Okay? Then, first step lagi dyan is to cross multiply. So, you're going to multiply cosine 28 times S equals 40. And then, we're going to solve for S. What do you think will be our next step? Para ma-solve natin si S, since kasama niya pa si cosine 28, di-divide natin both sides by cosine 28. Para ma-cancel. Okay? Para yung side S pala, that is equal to 40 over cosine 28. Okay? So, kailangan nyo lang gawin is to get your calculators. Type nyo lang yan, 40 over or 40 divided by cosine 28. Now, if in case na kapag pinindot nyo yung cosine, yung cos yun tas may lumabas na open parenthesis. So, type nyo yung 28 and then make sure na lagyan nyo ng close parenthesis. Kasi pag walang close parenthesis, mag-error. Pero kung wala namang parenthesis na lumalabas, pwedeng diretso naman yon. Okay? Then, equal, round up to 2 decimal places. So, that is 45. Papakita ko muna yung hanggang 3 Baka kasi may nalilito pang mag-round off. So, 45.302. Now, ang rule lang naman natin, 5 and above, sa pag-round up diba? Round up tayo plus 1. Pero 4 and below, copy lang or retain. Retain or copy. Now, tingnan mo lagi mo na yung third. Since this is 2, ibig sabihin retain or copy. Ibig sabihin, ire-retain mo lang tong value hanggang 2 decimal places. Kaya ibig sabihin, side S is equal to 45.30. Okay, approximately. Actually, dapat nga yung sign natin ganito It means approximate. Hindi kasi siya exact value kasi nira-round off natin, di ba? Okay, but yung equal sign, acceptable na din naman yon. Okay, next one, side J. So, this one, ito naman yung hahanapin natin. So, still, this is our reference angle. But this time, ano nang ratio natin? Again, first, so may given, si adjacent pa din, which is 40. And then, sino na yung hinahanap natin? Si J, which is the opposite. Adjacent opposite, meron ba dito? Actually, baka sabihin nyo para to kay cotangent. Pero kasi sa calcu, walang cotangent. Para magkaroon tayo ng cotangent, magiging 1 over tangent theta pa yon. Pero kasi pwede mo naman baliktarin yan na opposite over adjacent. Ayun din yun. Okay, yung TOA. So, magiging tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So, tangent, yung theta natin is 28 equals opposite, may value ba? Wala. Kasi si side J yon. All over, adjacent is 40. Then again, first step, cross multiply. So, magiging tangent, 28 times 40 equals side J. Now, may kailangan pa ba natin mag-divide? Hindi na. Kasi isolate na si J. Na si J pala equal kay tangent 28 times 40, kaya diretso na yun sa calculator. Okay, so yung approximate value niya, so magiging tangent 28 times 40, so that is now equal to 21 point, so this is 21.268. O, tingnan mo yung pangatlo, 8. Ibig sabihin, round up, plus 1 ka dun sa pangalawang decimal. Okay? So, final answer magiging 21.27. Okay? Yan na natin siya kunin. Next one. So, still given triangle JES, and then we have side E equals 32, and then S is 41. So, solve for side, angle J and angle E. Then, side J. Kung napansin nyo dito, hindi tayo makakapag-minus ng 90 kagad para makuha si angle J or kahit si angle E kasi parehong isa lang yung given natin, yung 90 degrees. So, paano yun? Trigonometric ratio na kagad tayo. So, kung si angle J, ito yung reference natin. Okay? So, anong gagamitin natin? Kung ito yung ating hinahanap or yung reference, yung theta natin, identify muna natin yung parts. Hypotenuse, this will be the adjacent, this will be the opposite. Okay? So now, angle J, para makuha natin, yung ratio na gagamitin natin ay yung mga sides na pareho may given. So that is side E and side S, which is the adjacent and the hypotenuse. So adjacent, hypotenuse. Again, sa SOHCAHTOA, yung may adjacent at hypotenuse ay si cosine. So magiging cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So, cosine theta is equal to adjacent is 32 over 41. Now, ang kailangan natin theta. Remember lang, kapag sinusolve natin yung theta, kailangan natin yung inverse ng cosine. Ibig sabihin, kailangan, ang itatype natin sa calc yung merong cosine raised to negative 1. And then 32 divided by 41. Para lumabas to, tingnan nyo lang sa calc nyo yung shift or yung second function. Usually, nasa upper left yon. So, pindutin mo lang yung shift, tapos cosine, dapat magkakaroon siya ng negative, raised to negative 1. Okay? And then, tsaka mo na ilagay yung 32 over 41 or 32 divided by 41. And then, yung value ng theta natin dyan ay 38.694. O, yung pang third is 4, retain. So, ito, copy mo lang yan. Therefore, angle J is now 38.69. Since this is angle, meron niyang degrees. Okay, may degree symbol. So, 38.69 degrees. Okay, now, para makuha si angle E, since alam mo na ito ay 38.69 degrees, ano na lang gagawin mo? Simply, pwede mo na i-minus yung kay 90. So, 90 minus 38.69. So, 90 minus 38.69. So, that is now equal to 51.31 degrees. Yun na yun. Okay? Then, side J. So, to solve for side J, actually, kapag meron kasi na given na dalawang sides, meron tayong pwedeng dalawang way natin sila i-solve. Okay? We can still use the trigonometric ratio or pwede naman na Pythagorean theorem. Kung trigonometric ratio, pili ka lang since alam mo naman na. Tapos ito ay 51.31 degrees. Pili ka lang kung ano yung reference angle mo. Okay? For example, si angle J yung reference angle ko. Okay? So, to solve for side J using trigonometric ratio, so ito yung reference ko, may value na ako. Again, kailangan ko ng may given. So, let's say for example, ang gagamitin ko ay si hypotenuse. May given siya. So, H. Tapos, sino ba yung hinahanap? Si J. So, papartner ko siya sa missing, si opposite. O walang HO, di ba? Actually, baliktarin mo lang yan. So, opposite over hypotenuse para sine. Okay, so ibig sabihin, I'm going to use sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Plug in lang yung values. So, sine 38.69 is equal to, may value ba si opposite? Wala. This is side J, okay? Katapat niya. So, J over hypotenuse is 41. Okay? And then again, cross, multiply. So, meron tayong sine 38.69 times 41 equals side J. Hindi ko na ulit kailangan mag-divide. Diretso na yan. Hindi mo din kailangan gumamit ng shift. Okay? Kasi may value na may mismong theta. Nag-shift lang tayo, nagne-negative 1 kapag yung mismong angle yung hinahanap natin. Dito, diretso na yan. So, magiging sine 38.69 times 41. So, this is J is equal to 25.004. So, since 4 to, so magiging 25 lang. So, J is equal to, actually, pwede ng 25. Gusto mo 25.00. Okay lang naman. Yung second method is the Pythagorean theorem. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Ang lagi nyo lang naman tatandaan sa Pythagorean, yung C, ito lagi yung hypotenuse. Ibig sabihin, this is C. Now, A and B, baliktaran niya, ikaw bahala kung sino gusto mo A or B. Let's say A ko yung may given, ito si B. Ibig sabihin, hinahanap ko si B. Plug in mo lang yung values, C squared, so magiging 41 squared equals 32 squared plus B squared. And then, kunin mo lang, 41 squared, that is 1,681 equals, so 32 squared, 1,024 plus B squared. Solve for B, so transpose lang. So, magiging 1681 minus 1024 equals b squared. Wait lang, 81 lang to, 1681. So 1681 minus 1024, that is equal to 657 equals b squared. And then, since naka-square pa to, kunin mo lang yung square root. So square root of 657, that is now equal to b is equal to 25.632 approximately. So third is to retain, copy na to. Okay, wait lang. 1681 minus 1024. So square root of 657, 25.63. So this is now 25.63. Wait, bakit magkaiba sila ng value? Angle J, shift cosine, 32 over 41, 38.69. So sine 38.69 times 41. Okay. Sorry, dapat pala ito ay 25.629. Tama? Since 9 to, so plus 1, kaya dapat 25.63. Dapat same lang kasi yung value niyan eh. Okay? So, therefore, final answer is, approximately, measurement ni side J is 25.63. O, i-double check nyo lagi yung answers nyo ah. Okay. Next one, how about this? So, given, we have triangle ABC wherein angle A is 30 degrees. Same lang yun. Angle B is 90 degrees and side C is equal to 5 units. So, find the measurement of angle C, side A, and side B. So, kapag ganyan, kailangan meron muna tayong triangle. Illustrate nyo. Okay, so ABC. Si B daw, 90. Let's say this is A, 30. So, dapat sunod-sunod na naman. A, B, C. Okay, so this is C. Pag niname nyo naman yung sides, again, katapat ni B, small letter B, side B, katapat ni C, side C, and then this is A. Measurement of angle C, since this is already 30 degrees, so alam mo na kagad. Tama? Ano lang gagawin mo? So, simply, ang gagawin mo lang ay minus mo lang kay 90. So, first one, to solve for angle C, gagawin mo lang 90 minus 30, which is equal to 60. Therefore, angle C is 60 degrees. Next, measurement of side A. So, kailangan may reference ulit tayo. If this is our reference angle, so, ibig sabihin, again, this is hypotenuse, this is adjacent, this is opposite. Now, si side C may measurement siya, di ba? This is 5 units. So, to solve for side A, una muna, kailangan natin yung may given, which is si C na 5 units, that is adjacent. And then, ipapartner natin kay unknown, side A, si opposite. So, TOA. Adjacent opposite or opposite adjacent, so tangent. So, magiging tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So, tangent, may theta tayo, which is 30, is equal to opposite, meron ba wala? Ayun si side A. Over, adjacent is 5. Then, again, per step, cross multiply. So, tangent 30 times 5 equals A. Hindi na kailangan mag-divide yan, diretso na. So, tangent 30 times 5, that is now equal to, so A is, so 2.886. So, 6, that is 5 and above, so plus 1 tayo. So, side A is 2.89. Now, lagyan nyo ng units. Okay? Kasi may ginamit tayo na units. So, 2.89 units. Approximately 2.89 units. Okay, next. Side B. So, side B naman, again, reference natin. Gagamitin natin yung may given, which is adjacent. So, side B, adjacent. And then, partner natin kay opposite. Wait lang. Ito na po side B. So, that should be adjacent and hypotenuse. Okay? So, cosine. So, cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So, magiging cosine 30 is equal to adjacent, that is 5 over hypotenuse, ayun si B. Cross multiply. So, cosine 30 times B equals 5. Kailangan pa nating i-divide. Okay? Para makuha natin yung mismo value ni B. So, cosine 30, cancel. So, B is equal to 5 over cosine 30. So plug in nyo lang sa calcu. So, 5 over cosine 30. So, that is 5.773. Ito yung third. Retain lang. So, copy lang yan. So, side B is equal to 5.77 units. Okay, yun yung answers natin. Okay. Last one. So, we have given triangle XYZ. Angle Y is 90. So, let's say this is X, Y, Z. Side X, ito yon. That is 10. Side Y, katapat niya, 17. Ito si Z. So, kunin natin yung measurement ni angle X. So, this time, hindi natin pwedeng i-minus sa 90 kasi wala pa, dalawa yung missing angles natin. Okay? So, gagamitan ulit natin to ng inverse. Okay? So, to solve for angle X, anong gagawin? This will be our reference angle. So, this is the hypotenuse, adjacent. This is the opposite. Kailangan natin yung may parehong given na sides, which is the opposite and then the hypotenuse. So, sine. So, magiging sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Sine theta is equal to opposite is 10. Hypotenuse is 17. To solve for theta, again, kailangan natin ng inverse. So, sine raised to negative 1, 10 over 17. Gagawin nyo lang, shift nyo ulit, since angle yung hinahanap, and then 10 over 17. So, yung theta natin ay 36.031. Okay. 1, so, copy lang to. Kaya approximately, this is 36.03 degrees. Okay. Then, since alam na natin na this is 36.03 degrees, para makuha si angle C, yun na yung pwede nating i-minus kay 90. So, 90 minus 36.03, that will be now equal to 53.97 degrees. Okay? And then third one, to solve for side C. Again, since meron na tayong dalawang given na sides, pwede tayong trigonometric ratio pa din or the Pythagorean theorem. Pag trigonometric ratio, mamili lang kayo kung anong reference. O let's say si X pa rin. Pero pwede naman si C. Same lang naman yun. Okay? So, kung si X, pipiliin ko is this one, yung may given, opposite, and then missing adjacent. So, that is tangent. So, tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So, tangent, may theta na tayo, di ba? Which is 36.03 equals, opposite is 10, adjacent is wala pa. So, side C. Again, cross multiply. So, magiging tangent 36.03 times Z equals 10. divide yan. So, divide both sides by tangent 36.03. So, tangent 36.03. So, z is equal to, so 10 divided by tangent 36.03. So, that is equal to 13.748. 8, so 5 and above plus 1. Therefore, side C is 13.75. Kung gagamitin natin ang Pythagorean theorem, c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Again, si c lagi yung hypotenuse. So, this is c. Let's say this is a, yung b yung hinahanap. Pero pwede naman si a yung hinahanap, si b yung given. Pwede magbaliktad si a and b. Okay? So, c squared, that is 17 squared, equals 10 squared plus b squared. So, 17 squared, that is 289 equals 10 squared is 100 plus b squared. Transpose. So, 289 minus 100 equals b squared. Subtract nyo lang. So, this is 189 equals b squared. To solve for b, get the square root. So, b is equal to square root of 189. So, that is also 13.75. Okay? So, this is our lesson about solving right triangles. Bye.